Most spiritual writers would often say that Jesus did not promise to remove your sufferings, that he will not ask you to sacrifice. But instead, they say that Jesus promised to be with you through all those sufferings, and that if you offer those sufferings and sacrifices to him and go through those with him, they become uh, experiences that transform you, that make you a new creation that is able to receive God's life. But sometimes we reject that because even though we know that God promises something better uh, after those suffering, we reject it because we do not want to undergo that suffering. We do not want to sacrifice. You know, the apostles experienced the same thing. As they were gathering in Galilee, Jesus said to them, "The Son of Man is to be handed over to men, and they will kill him, and he will be raised on the third day." Imagine, Jesus is practically saying, "I will be dead, I will die, but on the third day I will rise again. On the third day I will rise again. I will live again." I mean, how awesome is that? Uh, it's not every day that you hear someone who will rise from the dead. But see, they did not notice that last line. They did not hear it, or they ignored it because they were so focused on, "and they will kill him." They were so focused on the sacrifice, on the suffering, that they failed to hear and realize the best thing, the greatness that will come after that suffering. And that is why their response, they were overwhelmed with grief. Brothers and sisters, sometimes God asks us to go through a suffering, to sacrifice something that we hold dear. But that is so that we can grow with Him. So that is so that we can realize our identities as true Christians. But sometimes we often act like the disciples. We fail to hear the promise beyond that suffering. We fail to trust that Jesus is doing what's best for us, that Jesus wants the best for us. You know, it's often said we are like the dogs who cannot let go of the bone, even though what is offered to us is the meat. And that's because we don't want to let go. We don't want to suffer. But like I said, Jesus is asking you to trust Him. We cannot fly unless we let go of what is holding us to the ground. Brothers and sisters, Jesus rose again. And believe me, if you die from yourself, if you let go of the things that are of this world, you will rise with Jesus.